Hey, you guys, it's Haley Hobson, and I am really excited to talk to you about my favorite topic, which is staying grounded amidst the chaos. And I think it's my favorite topic because I have so much chaos in my life, as we all do. But I think the funny thing is that at least from the responses that I get on social media and through text messaging and stuff like that, the people think that my life is like perfect every single day. And it is absolutely not. It's a hot mess, just like everybody else. I just happen to be highly functional during a hot mess. So I want to talk to you guys during this webinar about how we can all stay grounded amidst the chaos. Now, no matter how successful we are or what we do, no matter how tough we think we are all going to face chaos and turmoil in our life at some stage. It's basically just going to be a bit of time before we can't handle it anymore and it breaks us. And, I'm a person who I do think is highly functional. In fact, it's like, give me more on my plate to juggle and I'll be even more functional. And I kind of thrive on being highly productive and having a lot going on in my life. But even for me, there is a breaking point. And over the last, I would say, month, I've had some very challenging moments, let's say, that have kind of broken me a couple of times. But because of certain routines that I keep, I feel like I haven't completely fallen apart. And just even in the midst of my everyday life, which is very chaotic with a large business that I'm running, actually, my husband and I, between the two of us, probably 5 businesses that we're running, and a household and dogs and kids and travel, right? We have the same issues that all of you guys do. And I have found a bunch of routines or protocols, so to speak, strategies that help me get through that massive chaos. So tonight I want to share with you a few of those strategies that I use and give you also a few examples of how I have recently had to face some chaos in my life. And I think that you'll be able to relate to it and see what I'm talking about as it relates to your life. So let's rewind and back up to just about a month ago when I was about to leave for Australia. So it can be stressful enough getting out of our comfort zone, right? And for me, taking a trip from Denver to New York or Denver to Tulsa or Denver to Portland, super easy, hop on Southwest. I'm used to it. National, right? Cell phones work everywhere. But going to Australia was a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's all the way around the world. It's a huge time difference. We don't know if electronics are going to work over there, and we're leaving our kids behind. So even that itself is enough to make somebody stressed out. And on top of it, the day before I left, my kid's school called me and told me that she had 103 fever. Now, this is my little daughter, my 6-year-old Madeline, who you guys know, who has never had a day off from school other than travel in 6 years. So it was also a situation that took me out of my comfort zone. And I was really struggling, as any mom would, with, should we go? Should we not go? On top of the fact that getting a sitter for 12 days because we don't have any family in town is challenging. And we were literally sending her back and forth to 2 different places 3 times so that she could be taken care of during this 12-day trip. Needless to say, I felt like the chaos was beginning. But long story short, I went. I had a great time. So glad I went. Got to visit another part of the world. Incredible team out there. But as I'm on the way home, after flying 18 hours from Sydney to LA and not being able to sleep a wink because we got on the plane at 11 a.m., I had basically just woken up, I arrive in Los Angeles at 6 a.m. their time, exhausted, and open up my laptop and it crashes literally right there in front of me. So while I didn't feel like getting on the phone with Apple from the airport at 6:30 a.m., that's what I did, only to find out that I wasn't going to be able to get any help on the phone and would have to book an appointment in the Apple store. So we flew back to Denver, booked that appointment, came home, took a shower, gave my kids a hug. And because the next day was the last day of the month, which means something in my business and other people's businesses, that was what I had to do. Go sit in the Apple store and figure out how they could fix my computer, which they couldn't because the hard drive had crashed. So $2,500 later, I'm walking merrily out of the Apple store with a brand new MacBook Pro, which you might think might be super exciting and fun, but I was exhausted, still had not slept, and had to figure out how to get all of my stuff onto this computer. And even setting up a new computer can take hours. So off I did to go ahead and do that task. Another night went by where I barely slept. And I'm handling the best that I can that last day of the month because all chaos and craziness can break out. And then my phone dies, or I should say my microphone dies on my phone, which is pretty hard to use a phone without the microphone. And it's kind of embarrassing too, because in my business, I'm doing, as you guys know, lots of videos and periscopes, and people are trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong and how to hold my camera and how to put a headset on. Like I don't know, right? So again, I'm on the phone with Apple all night and they can't help me, and iCloud isn't syncing on top of all of that. And so back into the store I go, and they can't help me. So $800 later, they're offering me a new phone, which I did not want, of course, to spend the money after just buying my computer. So long story short, I broke down in the Apple store. Yes, I did. And I ended up, I think they felt so badly for me that they ended up actually giving me a new phone for the price it would have cost, I think $150 to fix my phone had it been able to be fixed. So now I've got a new computer, a new phone. I haven't slept in 3 days, probably taken a shower, and I am dealing with the chaos of getting back into my life in the United States in a new month. The chaos was beginning. And like I said, it was so stressful for me. I do admit that I broke down, not just in the Apple store, but probably to a friend or two and even my husband. At least I had something, which I'll talk to you about, to fall back on. And yes, we are going to talk essential oils. Don't get stressed out. I know you want to hear what I'm using, but I also have many other protocols I want to share with you. Without these protocols, I wouldn't be able to handle the stress that comes into my life on a daily basis. And I want to share with you now. And you guys, stress happens to me daily. It's not just my trip to Australia. I got home from Australia. I spent 5 days at home, and then off I went to Tulsa, New York, back to Denver for 8 hours, and then to DC, all in 6 days, 5 flights, 2 different time zones, and a time change with daylight savings. And yet my body still functions because I have my protocols. Now I have to admit, even when I got back from this last trip, I was exhausted. I was feeling broken inside so much that I wanted to cry. But because of my protocols, I can continue to go on. And it's only some of these that take me into a way of feeling amazing again. So remember, these are my tools, and you are welcome to use all of them. Some of them or none of them, depending on what works for you. The most important thing is just that you guys have tools. And I am so grateful that I have tools, because if I didn't, I honestly do not know how I could function. So let's get started with my protocols. The first one is yoga. Non-negotiable. It's on my calendar. It's on my assistant has it. We don't schedule anything during my yoga time. Now, even if I have so much going on in my life because my head is full, and even if I am not 100% present during that 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes in my yoga class, at least I'm there. I'm giving myself that time in that class to do what I have to do, which is try to focus on myself and get grounded. Yoga is my sanctuary. If I'm home, I'm there 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. If I travel, I'm not there, But when I come home, I'm back there. It's non-negotiable for me. Try it. Another tool that I use is breathing, which changes my point of focus. Now, this might sound silly to some of you, but breathing is a huge, awesome tool. In fact, I just did a breathing session with myself this morning for an hour that I took out of a day where I was busy and didn't have time, but I needed it to bring me back to a sense of balance. I felt scattered. I felt like my energy was eclectic, to be nice. And I felt like I needed to get more grounded. So put your feet on the floor, close your eyes, lay down on a couch or a bed or some type of flat surface, and try breathing deep into your belly. Place your hand on your belly. When you inhale, your belly should fill up. Your belly should get bigger. You should feel like you're pressing your hand away from you, like you're going to burst a balloon that's inside your belly. And try doing it for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I did it for an hour. I felt so amazing when I was done. I actually wanted to take a nap. That's how relaxed I was. Breathing can really change your point of focus. So if you feel like you want to scream at somebody, you want to cry, you're crazed out, you feel like a hot mess, walk away from the situation and breathe. Okay, my family, you guys, is my harbor of love, peace, and joy. And I have to admit, like, I don't see a lot of them sometimes. I've got a busy schedule. I'm traveling a lot, but I have to say that they bring me peace and joy. And even if it's 2 minutes that I get with my husband at night before I go to bed, or passing in our own home, or watching my kids do funny things, just having them around me makes me feel grounded. So you may have people in your family that make you feel like that. You may have people in your family that make you nuts. And you know what? My family also makes me nuts. So they don't always make me feel peace and grounded, but I love them. And when I come home, I feel a sense of surrender around them. So whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, that's one of the reasons I even love my business as much as I do, because my business has become my family now. I work with so many like-minded, amazing people, and we help each other stay grounded. Okay, guys, sleep, non-negotiable. I used to have a problem with sleep for 20 years. I kid you not. I would wake up, I would close my eyes and I'd wake up and I would just say to myself, it's 103, it's 105, it's 107. I would guess and I would always be spot on within 3 minutes. Every morning, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I would lay there for at least 3 hours, maybe falling back to sleep at 4, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, only to have my alarm clock go off at 6. I was exhausted. I was mean. I was not a nice person to be around. I was cranky. I felt inflamed in my body because I wasn't sleeping, and our brains don't function. Our hormones don't function. Our metabolism doesn't function. Our moods don't function unless we get enough sleep. Now, I have to admit, shows like The Bachelor, can't live without. Don't tell me what happened because I haven't watched the season finale yet. But I don't care if it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. If I haven't finished watching that episode on my DVR, I shut it off and watch it the next day. I make sure that I get at least 7, if not 8 hours of sleep a night, no matter where I am. If I go into another time zone, I try to get myself on that time zone immediately and work with that time zone. You guys, we need sleep. If you're napping during the day because you're tired, something's off. If you're only sleeping 4, 5, 6 hours a night, you're going to kill yourself. You must sleep. We've got blackout blinds. I like heavy weighted blankets on me, a pillow between my legs, a body pillow. I've got my diffuser, my oils. I've got my humidifier. I make my room comfortable. When I walk into a hotel, same thing. Are there enough pillows? Do they have the blankets I like? I do a travel diffuser, a travel humidifier. I make myself as comfortable as possible. I turn off the TV. I turn off the phone and I sleep. And if I'm too tired to wake up the next morning, I keep sleeping. I got home from a trip, I think it was this Monday, And I knew I wanted to take a spin class Tuesday at 7 a.m., but I knew my body was going to be too tired. So I did not set the alarm on purpose because I knew I needed the sleep. You guys respect your bodies and try to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night and get some tools to help you sleep. All right. Food is another one. You guys know what a fanatic I am about food. I want it raw as possible, as live as possible, as clean as possible, and organic. Now, I'm traveling. I got to prepare. I call ahead. I Google. I find friends in the area. I pack stuff. You want to be prepared so you don't feel like you could eat a house or, like I say, a bag of chips for dinner, right? We want to keep our diet clean because our diet, again, what we put in our body is who we are. And if we're eating crap, we are going to feel like crap. I promise you, I feel the best when I'm juicing, when I'm doing smoothies, when I'm eating live food. And you don't have to be excuse me, vegan or gluten-free or the things that I am if you don't want to, but eat clean, you guys. Get your diet on track because I promise you, not only will you sleep better, not only will your skin be better, not only will your moods be better, not only will you not literally kill yourself, but you'll feel better too. And food is not enough. You've got to add supplementation into your body as well. We don't get enough from food. So I personally, as you know, since I'm a doTERRA addict, I'm taking Lifelong Vitality as my vitamins, minerals, omegas. I'm taking extra cellular vitality through DDR Prime. I'm taking a probiotic, the PP Assist, digestive enzymes. I ain't no spring chicken anymore. The Terrazyme. I'm taking a little Slim and Sassy to help regulate my metabolism. I'm taking the Mito 2 Max to help with more cellular vitality and natural energy supplementation. You guys, I'm taking supplements every single day. You want to know how to build a kick butt business? Get good food and supplements into your body. It gives you natural energy, and then you can be a power horse. You can be a badass. And even if you don't want to be a badass, you want to feel good, right? All right. And now what you've probably been waiting for, the essential oils that are essential to my life. I'm going to share with you some of my favorites. Vetiver. It's so sweet and woody. It's like caramelly and smoky. Sort of smells like dirt in that woody scent that it has, but it's so good for calming and grounding and even affecting our emotions like that. Before traveling for business or relaxation, you can take a drop of vetiver with lemon in a capsule for immune supporting properties, or you can put a drop on the bottom of your feet as a standing protocol or as part of a massage. I use it nightly, every single night. This is one of the most highly used oils in our home. White fur. I'm not using white fur. Well, you will be after you hear this. White fur is clean, it's crisp, it's woody. And if you diffuse it, you can get an energizing effect and it can help you reduce stress. It also evokes feelings of stability, energy, and empowerment. Ylang ylang, one of the sweetest aromas. You can apply it to the back of your neck for a calming effect. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. I put it in my diffuser. It also provides antioxidant support, but I love the smell of it before I go to bed. It's so sweet and rich and spicy all at the same time. Very flowery. Arbor Vitae. You may have been using On Guard, and I'm going to talk about that later, but I love Arbor Vitae too. It protects against environmental and seasonal threats. It's very, very deeply powerful in its cleansing and purifying agents. Put a drop on the bottom of your feet. Use it aromatically. You can use it without even any carrier oil. I travel with it all the time. It's in my purse every day. Balance. All right, that's an obvious, right? Because it promotes a whole body sense of relaxation, tranquility. You can use it before bed for a restful night's sleep. I add it to my wrists, behind my neck, on the bottom of my feet to help ease anxious feelings, which is a nice way for saying, I don't want to create massive chaos and craziness before I walk out of my bedroom in the morning, right? I'm using balance to ground. It's the most popular grounding blend. It's a daily staple on my desk, in my purse, in my travel bag, and in my bedroom. Yep, I got them in every room. Citrus Bliss. I absolutely love this smell. My daughter Madeline, this is one of her favorite oils, this and lemon, because she says they smell like a cupcake. But anyway, it helps with a positive effect on your mood. It's very energizing and refreshing. You can add to a carrier oil for a massage. I actually put like 20 or 30 drops in a bottle every so often of coconut oil, and I use it as my natural help not dry out my skin oil because I live in Boulder, Colorado. It helps reduce stress and uplifts your mood. It's actually one of my favorite smelling oils. To me, it doesn't smell like a cupcake. It smells like those like orange popsicles or creamsicles we used to have as kids, which are delicious. Okay, Douglas fir. This might not be one of your most popular ones right now, but it promotes feelings of clean airways and easy breathing. It's very cleansing, very purifying. It promotes a positive mood and sense of focus. So I bet you guys will be running out and grabbing that now if you don't already have it. It's one that I've just started to use pretty much nightly now before I go to bed. I put it on my neck, put it behind my wrists. I don't know. I love to be positive, don't you? All right, now the king of all oils, as we all know, is frankincense. And you can use this in a veggie cap to promote healthy cellular function. As you know, there's a ton of it in the DDR prime. And you can also put it on your feet. I put a drop under my tongue. I put it on my belly. It's great for your skin, but in terms of stress, support like that, it helps reduce it. You'll love this oil. Cedarwood. This has become more popular these days, and it is great to maintain a sense of vitality throughout a workout. I also use it to relax my mind and body. I put a drop of it at the base of my occiput before I go to bed each night. That's the little nubby bone at the back of your head. And it really is a woody, groundy, earthy oil for me. So On Guard, you know, may not be a grounding blend, but it is a protective blend. And I do believe when we feel protected, we are more grounded, right? So it's an effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. It helps support the body's natural antioxidant defenses and our healthy respiratory function. And it's perfect to diffuse for cleansing the air. So you definitely want to be carrying a bottle of this around. I mean, even if you're touching yucky surfaces, you can put a drop in your hands to cleanse. I carry this everywhere. I've got a bottle of it in the kitchen. We've got a bottle of it in the bedroom. We've got a bottle of it in the bathroom. I got a bottle in my purse. I travel with it. You definitely, like Arbor Vitae, want this one around you all the time. Wild orange, like Citrus Bliss, smells amazing. And you can use it to clean up, to cleanse, to purify. We use it on our countertops. I put it in my hands just when anything nasty is smelling around me. I love to smell wild orange. But it also has a very energizing and revitalizing aroma. And it helps support a healthy immune system and promotes overall health. So you can take it internally as well in your water. Now, Claricom is another oil for me that I use twice a day. It's a roll-on. It's a hormonal blend, but not just for women, because as you know, we all have hormones. It's very florally, but it still smells great on men. And as you guys know, your pituitary, your thyroid, your sexual glands, right? Our metabolism is all run by our hormones, our brain function. So it doesn't hurt to be using a hormonal blend. I urge you to try it. And during your monthly time, you women out there, you can use it a little bit more. I tend to put it on my belly during that time. Okay, Serenity Blend is also a very popular blend, and it promotes feelings of relaxation while creating a sense of peace and well-being. Very florally, very sweet. It's got that vanilla bean extract in it, which is awesome. And it creates a perfect escape with its calming yet renewing fragrance. I put it in my diffuser every night. Sometimes I'll add a little ylang ylang or add a little cedar wood or add a little lavender just to make the smell a little bit different, aroma a little bit different every night. But it supports a restful night's sleep. And then Cheer. It basically does what the bottle says, right? It's a very fresh, spicy, warm oil that helps cheer you up, puts you in a more positive outlook. When things aren't feeling so great, diffuse Cheer and have it wake you up and give you a more positive outlook on life. And Peace, same thing, does the same thing that the bottle says. It's a reassuring blend. Whether you use it before you go to bed or during the day, it doesn't matter. If you need peace in your life, this blend is for you. Now, if you want to find out more about essential oils because you don't have them yet in your life, if somebody has sent you here, go ahead and respect that relationship and go back to them. If I've sent you here, hit me up and I will do my best to share more of my best tips and get you all set up with the most economical setup. Wholesale, which is what I pay, right? So you guys all know how to get in touch with me. My website is HaleyHobson.com. You can email me right from there. You can find me on Facebook at Haley Hobson Health Coach, on Twitter at Haley Hobson, Pinterest, Haley Hobson 69, Instagram, Haley Hobson. I'm all over social media. I've got lots and lots and lots of tips that I'm always giving you. I hope you love them because I'm spending lots of time trying to educate as many people as I can on the ways that I feel healthy, grounded, peaceful, happy, and I often share my business tips as well. So again, if you're interested in essential oils or other ways towards wellness, hit me up. I'm happy to help you. I look forward to talking to you. Have a great night, and I will see you online.